Hey YouTubers! Today I'm going to do like a really quick album review of Steam Powered Giraffe's Mark III, or also known as MK3. Steam Powered Giraffe they're a steampunk band. I don't really know what other genre to class them as. You know, on their Wikipedia page it says folk, rock and steampunk. Even though maybe a little bit folk and country-ish, but they're not really rock in my opinion. They're kind of, I'd just put them in like, no idea kind of what genre they are kind of thing. Well, personally, because all their songs are different, they all do different things, everything's different with their stuff. This album, they've got a new band member in, Hatchworth, played by Sam Luke. They did have someone called John, who did from their first album, and the second album they did them two with them, and then he left to do other stuff, and they got Sam Luke in, who was their drummer in their live and in their albums, who were their drummer before. So he came in to help them, and he's got a really weird vocal kind of range. I don't know what it is. Just watch. Trying to think what song. Maybe watch Patch Fever, the live version of that, and that kind of shows his really weird voice. So there's the I Love It video, and that's really strange. But on to some of their songs, what I recommend listening to. The first one will be Hatch Fever. I don't know what it is with this, it's kind of a more comedy song of the album. This and Go Spy and Go, they're both kind of comedy. One's about the spy, one's about Hatchworth. So Hatch Fever's about, it's like it's them talking about when they first got introduced to Hatchworth. It's got some humour in there. Definitely a song I'd love to see live. That's probably never going to happen to them in the UK, and I think they've only ever toured America, I don't know. Everything I see of them is just American. But Hatch Fever, it's not just Hatchworth singing, it's Rabbit and the Spy, who are the other two members, they sing as well. And I don't know, it's just a really funny song. And if you're in a bad mood, I definitely recommend listening to that one. So the next song, I guess, She Said Maybe, that's track number 8, and that's a great song. It's one of my favourites of the album. I don't know what it is with it, it's just really, all their songs are soothing, nothing's really heavy, or they're just nice and soothing and mellow, and She Said Maybe is nice and mellow. Spy's vocals are excellent on it. I love all the vocals that he does. They're really soothing, and if I could recommend any song from the album, it'd definitely be She Said Maybe, because that's a great song. So I guess the next song I'd probably recommend, I've only listened to these recently, so I'm still getting kind of thing around, but I've just started recently listening to Away Into Your Heart, and that's really good. The start puts me off a bit, because it's how it's meant to be, it's a bit out of tune as the start. But once you get past the first like 25 seconds, it all goes back in tune, and it's a great song. But, as you listen to it, it gets a lot better, I'm kind of guessing. Because that's how it's slowly getting better for me. I'm slowly liking it more and more every day I listen to it. So that'd be another one, I guess. But definitely She Said Maybe to first get into the band. Oh, definitely the Diamonds cover. But I would have thought they would at least put on the bonus for the song. For the album, the bonus song, Diamonds and I Love It, which they released on iTunes, which I have. And Diamonds is a great cover. It's a cover from Rihanna. And that's a great cover. That's one of the best songs for me. So you listen to Diamonds and Honeybee, and then She Said Maybe. Because that's still one of the best songs I've done, and it's definitely worth listening to. Another song what's really good is I'll Rust With You. That's another kind of like love song. And I don't know what it is, it's a lovely song. I had Ages the other day on the train and both listening to them all, so I listened to all the songs a few times. So they're still kind of fresh in my memory, what they're like, but they're all kind of mellow, and I don't know, I'm just a bit more mellow than the other albums, but I think this album's a little bit more upbeat, I guess. It's still around the same as the 2 Cent Show, like the last album, but I don't know how to say about it. They're just a great band. It's kind of hard for me to do an album review because they're so strange and weird, but at the same time they're just amazing. I don't know what it is with them. They're the weirdest band I've ever heard of, seen or anything, but they've got this presence, they're great. I know a lot of people won't like them. There'll probably be some stupid comments eventually about them. you know, but they're a great band. I don't see why, you know, it's either, would you rather listen to Steam Powered Giraffe, sorry. I'm just looking at Wikipedia. Steam Powered Giraffe, or would you rather listen to Justin Bieber One Direction? You know, there's like two people in this world. The One Direction Justin Bieber guy did go away and sob and get burned, but the Steam Powered Giraffe people need, you know, keep listening to them. I kind of hope they come into the UK eventually. And for the album review, I'll give it 9.5 out of 10. That's pretty good. There's not that many albums that's going to get 10 out of 10 for me. And this definitely comes close. But I think there's just one or two songs which I am not a massive fan of. Overall, the album's amazingly great, but there is a few songs that I'm not the biggest fan of. But they'll probably grow on me eventually. So for everybody who loves Steam Powered Giraffe, and people who are just listening to them, thanks for watching this video. I'm sure if you have listened to them, you know how great the album is anyway. So thanks for listening, and I'll post another video soon. Thanks.
To the universe as the moon shines on me, feel the warmth, we'll never die. We're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star I see, a vision of ecstasy when you hold me.